Hi, and welcome to my Open Math. This will be the first of a set of Quickstart videos to get you up and running quickly in the system. So I'm assuming you've already requested an instructor account and have gotten it approved. And so the next thing to do is to log in. And so just head over to my Open Math and put in your username and password and click Login. Now, just as a quick notice, if you get a page that looks like this, with the browser check, just go ahead and scroll to the bottom and click Continue with Image-Based Display, and everything will work just fine. So assuming we're in OK, you'll notice that on the main page we have some panes here that show new messages and new forum posts. For students, there's a way to enroll in a new class, and you're actually going to already be enrolled in two classes, the support course and the training course. And then there is a pane here for courses you're teaching, which of course we don't have any yet. Notice also up here there's places where you can change your password, change your email address, or other personal preferences, things like that. But let's go ahead and get started, because what we need to do is create a course. So for that, we're going to head to the admin page, and we are going to add a new course. Now, there's two basic ways to create a course in my Open Math. One is to copy one of our pre-existing template courses, and the other is to copy a course that one of your colleagues has already created. So first, I'm going to show you the copying one of our existing courses approach. So for our course name, I'm going to put in, let's do a Pre-Calculus 1 course. And the enrollment key is going to be part of a pair of information that you give to the students. If the students are going to self-enroll, you need to give them the course ID, which we don't have quite yet, and the enrollment key. This is like a password to get into the class. So feel free to make it whatever you like. For theme, if you're going to have a lot of iPad users, I would recommend the fluid theme. Otherwise, the fixed width works just fine. And then here you can set your copy preferences. Do you want to let other people copy your course or not? Do you want to use the internal messaging system? It's kind of like email, but it's inside the system. If you want everything to go through email instead, just turn this off. The LTI access secret you'll only need if you're trying to integrate with Canvas, and we'll talk about that later in another video. And then here we get to say what content do we want to use. So if we are copying from a colleague, we would start with a blank course, but because we're going to copy an existing template course, we're going to say, let's go ahead and use the Pre-Calculus 1 course. Now, if you want to take a look at what this is going to look like before you copy it, you can click the little preview link here, and that'll do it. I'll let you take a peek at the course first. But I'm going to go ahead and submit, and now we just have to wait a minute while it copies. So be patient, it's going to take a little while. There we go. And notice that we got assigned a course ID as well. So that course ID, along with the enrollment key, is what we provide to students to allow them to enroll in the class. So, because when they log in, well, when they first create the account, they can put it in on the creation page. But if you click Enroll in a new course, notice that it asks for a course ID and enrollment key. So you'll need to provide those to students. So let's go ahead and enter our course now. And there we go. We now have a course already all prepared for us. In this particular course, each course is going to be different as to what it contains, but for example, in this course, there's some information for the instructor about how to use the course, a welcome to students that you can use or not. Of course, all of this is content that you can change however you like. So if you don't want this, you can just delete it. There's a guide for the instructor, there's some instructor resources, like lecture notes and things like that. And eventually, we get down to the actual sort of homework content. So for example, in Chapter 2, we have a discussion forum, we have graded homework, and you'll notice that all of these right now say past due date. And that's because the due date was a long time ago when we created this. And so you're going to need to make some changes to the course in order to make it ready to use. But again, we'll talk about that in the next video. So all of these are ready. If you want to take a look at what any of them look like, you can go ahead and click on them and view them as an instructor. Try out the problems if you like. See what questions are in the assessments. Can start playing around at this point. But now we have a course. So before we finish up this video, I want to show you how you would copy stuff from a colleague instead. So from the admin page, I could again create a new course, and this is going to be my copied course. And again, we would set an enrollment key. This time though, I'm going to start with a blank course. And from inside that blank course, I'm going to go to Course Items, Copy. So what this is going to provide me is a list of all my own courses. So if, for example, you're teaching the same course next quarter and you just want to copy everything over, this is how you would do it. And then I can also access courses from anyone inside my group, and this is from people from your college. Or let's say somebody over at another college has offered to let you copy their course, then you could say, okay, well, show me everyone. And I can go hunt down, let's say, someone over at Cerritos College and possibly copy one of their courses. Now, you'll notice this has a little copyright symbol here. That means that they have not set this course to allow me free copying. Instead, I have to get their permission. If I have their permission, then I could come down here and say, and provide the enrollment key. I need their enrollment key in order to have permission. And then I would be able to copy the items. So let me give you an example, just copying one of my own courses here, the one that we just created. Once you do this, it will then give you an option to select what items you want to copy. So this is also really handy if you only want to copy part of the course. So I could, for example, say, well, I don't really want any of those welcome notices, or the course guide, or the instructor resources. All I really care about, not even the course information, not the extra resources. All I want is the actual homework. Okay, so we leave that checked. And then we can say, do I want to copy the course settings? And if I'm doing a copy into a brand new course, I probably do. Do I want to copy over the gradebook schemes and categories? Again, if I'm copying into a blank class, I probably do. And then there we go. That's all we have to do. We hit copy, and it will go ahead and create a copy of those items for us. Great, so now you know how to create a course, either from the template course or from a colleague's course. In the next video, we'll look at how to start adjusting dates.